recent appearance.
He's got an entrance that goes viral every time, Wade, but he's already proven he can win titles in main events, appeared at the Royal Rumble, appeared in WrestleMania.
And, pardon the phrase, but I believe Hendry is just getting started.
The powerful Ridge Holland. Always with a chip on his shoulder.
And his opponent from Yorkshire, England, weighing in at 253 pounds, Ridge Holland!
Ridge Holland is a rough and tumble competitor. Yeah, Ridge just loves to fight, never tries to show off or be stylish. Ridge Holland is rarely pretty, but always effective. No conscience, no remorse. Ridge Holland just hell-bent on destruction and getting his. The reckoning is here. Charging their opponent.
That's that killer instinct right there.
Essentially blindsiding your opponent is what you call killer instinct? Okay then.
Are you hunted?
Shoulders down, penny predicament, and only a 1 count.
And no more than a 1 count, he's still quite fresh.
Showing no signs of defense here, guys. Things haven't always come easily for Ridge Holland. Think we'll see him struggle at all here? I don't think so, Cole. We've seen Ridge fight with everything he's got, no matter the situation he's in. You know he's going to bring that same spitting flyer.
Splash from up top.
It's real dangerous when Hendry gets going like this.
Hendry's making an opportunity for himself. This match has clearly taken its toll on him, but he is merely down, not out.
Legs caught. Countering each other again and again.
Impact from that elbow, man.
Holland able to counter. At last, Holland keeping that string of offense in check.
Yeah, Holland able to momentarily stop the damage, but will he also gain command of this match?
Face first into a DDT.
Ridge is planning something here.
Waistlock applied.
Oh, right into a D-bar trap. Stopped cold with a clothesline.
Has complete control of their opponent here. Follow-away slam. They're starting to believe. And back elbow creates separate. He's in. carry. Sidewalk slam.
Picture-perfect sidewalk slam. Hendry is just begging for a fight.
Hendry.
Standing ovation.
Ridge with the cause for concern.
Finally ends it, and all the bloodshed, perhaps worth it now. These superstars put on quite a show. Here's another look.
Here is your winner, Hendry.
This is the type of victory where you really have to weigh the costs against the benefits.
That's because that man, Hendry, is over 250 pounds of pure motivation. My God! Sing along to Hendry's theme, man.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, Olivia Baker!
This is a competitor who isn't happy with the win unless they get a handshake from their opponent afterwards. A real respect for the business. Can they even work their hands properly? Apparently, they lack a spine. No need to check your watches. It is prime time.
And her opponent from Shreveport, Louisiana,
Carly Prime has really been making an impression of late, book. Former collegiate athlete came to WWE to dominate the competition.
She's proven she's ready for pressure. She proves she can be taught. But there's still that X factor. The biggest thing that matters is what she can do in the ring.
The bell rings and you have to admit she's like a bull seeing red. All business, no frills. Hold on, interesting here. Looks like a handshake before things get going.
It's a great gesture, but I would not anticipate that respect to last long here.
Good to at least know these superstars have a solid base with one another. We're seeing one response after another. Neither superstar gaining the foothold. Oh boy, making a statement with that shot. Wow, drop kick. And Prime reverses. Hoisted all the way up. Quick to the 10-2. This one's far from over.
Might be too early to end this, but sometimes you gotta try.
There it is! Reversal! Facebuster! A slingshot Arabian press! Agility like that, easier said than done, gentlemen. A cross-legged DDT. Turns it into a pin attempt. 2 count, big kick out.
She's able to fight off the pin attempts, but it is clearly getting more difficult to do so. Going big here.
Oh, the top rope, what a springboard crossbody.
A huge risk, but an even bigger reward.
Goes under the ropes and into the ring.
She should let her actions do the talking here.
Oh, straight forearm. And now Carly Prime is getting beaten down. Can Carly recover from this adversity? Into a neck breaker. She had that scouted, putting an end to the onslaught she was facing. She's trying to get her bearings back now. What an interception.
Dragon screw leg whip.
Collision on the splash.
Right into the pin. This could be it.
She was close to the end there.
How is there enough left in the tank to kick out there?
She's all out of sorts here, unable to defend herself.
Yeah, she's clearly been caught off guard by this offensive onslaught.
And Prime reverses. Opportunity now for Carly to capture some momentum.
This could be a good chance for Carly to get some distance and rethink things.
Rolling elbow right on the mark. Looking dazed, you can tell she has no idea what's coming to her. Jawbreaker counter to get out of that. Smash!
Face. Bad spot for Carly. This has to be over.
2. She wins! She wins! That match is worth another look. Here we go.
Here is your winner, Olivia Baker!
A tough loss for Carly here tonight. This win might have put her ahead of the pack. She certainly grabbed the spotlight for this victory. Guys, I am feeling the power of Tozawa.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Alpha Academy from Kobe, Japan. Weighing in at 156 pounds, Akira Tozawa.
On any given night, Akira Tozawa could easily prove himself to be one of the best wrestlers on the entire roster. The fact that he doesn't do it regularly is almost as offensive as calling himself an alpha babe.
That's harsh, but Tozawa is arguably one of the most underrated competitors in all of WWE.
Unfortunately, he'd rather dance backstage than unleash the true power of Tozawa.
He's having fun, though, unlike when you're under Chad Gable's thumb.
Behold the ruler. invincible.
Track and field standout before arriving in WWE.
Yeah, but Oba's taken to in-ring competition like the proverbial fish to water. Is not worth questioning.
Yeah, Corey, not many competitors are eager to climb into the ring and face this man, that's for sure.
Well, just look at him. Who would want to mess with Oba Femi? Dropping the gloves right away. We got a hockey fight on our hands.
And a well-executed move we just saw there.
They're separated now, but you best believe this whole match is going to be like that.
Yeah, just a slugfest from these two. That's what we're about to see. He goes for the quick pin attempt. And he gets the shoulder up.
Probably knew that wasn't going to be enough at this stage, but every time you cover your opponent, you make them kick out. Every kick out exerts energy.
Leaning him against the turnbuckle right here.
Akira was on the wrong end of things here.
Oba possibly testing the limits of his opposition. Eats a punch to the face.
Snapmare takedown.
Oh, an outrageous kick to the face. Oh, the knees at the last second.
Clothesline. Good Lord. So effective.
Oh, perhaps he should have been paying more attention. Boom, connects right on target.
I'm sure Oba Femi would claim that he has no weaknesses, but Corey, what do you think Oba Femi's greatest weakness could be in this match?
I think you just answered your own question, Cole. Oba Femi is one monster of a from the top. Misses big time. Big clothesline. A show of disrespect from Femi.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Just a barrage of elbow drops into the chest.
Unleashing a barrage on their opponent.
The power behind that Irish whip.
Femi here in a precarious position. Submission hold.
Just within reach of the ropes and forcing the submission to end. Springboard.
Mistiming with that springboard.
Oh, just deadlifting their opponent and tossing them aside.
Just got thrown around like a sack of you-know-what.
He counters with a great reversal.
And responds with a counter of their own.
Oh, man, incredible impact.
And shifting over for the cover.
There's two. Kicking out in time.
It's clearly taking a lot out of them to still kick out at this point, but he knows it's worth it.
And saw what was coming there.
Bang! Getting your mind back into this is one thing, but getting your body back into it is another.
Oh! Did you hear the thud of that back elbow connecting?
Kick to the midsection. Misses with the enziguri.
Through the back door and the second time connects. Springboard from the top into the elbow drop. Oh! That's Tozawa delivering like a ninja in the night.
Climbing to the top rope here.
From the top. Splash!
That put down Oba, the girl.
That match deserves another look. Here we go.
Here is your winner, Femi!
And this was quite the win for Femi.
Tozawa fell short, but you have to applaud his effort. He gave it his all.
Straight out of Sin City, she is one to watch in WWE.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Las Vegas, Nevada, Zoey!
You know, Zoey Stark just oozes with confidence. She knows exactly how good she is.
And that's because Zoey refuses to conform to anybody else's ideas of what she is supposed to be.
One of the greatest women to ever step in the ring, Natalya.
Her opponent from Hendry, Alberta, Canada, Natalya!
Always gotta show some respect for Natalya. Show some respect for the book of the woman division.
A true locker room leader. Her impact on this sport is immeasurable. Definitely deserves the acknowledgement and praise. The Queen of Hearts spans eras, and her book status is forever. Natalya is always refining her arsenal. She's more dangerous than ever. And Zoey Stark looks ready to get things going here.
Oh yeah, Zoey Stark's looking to create her own opportunities in this business, looking to make an example of anyone who wants to stand in her way. A good mentality to have.
And it's a cliche, but it's true. Zoey Stark's not here to make friends. She's here to win.
But we know Natalya is the Queen of Hearts. She's got this business in her blood. Natalya is that veteran we all talk about. She's a mentor in the locker room, but Natalya's vicious in that way.
And we can consider that viciousness just another lesson Natalya is more than willing to impart. Oh man, what a kick!
Just smashing the face hard there.
Perched up top, knee drop.
Stark setting her sights and lining her up.
Zoey Stark is one of those superstars who never stops fighting. What should someone's strategy be against that kind of tenacity?
Zoey Stark has the heart of a lion, but there's a big flashing target on her leg. She has a history of injuries that any opponent should work to exploit. Can't walk, can't fight.
Natalya failing to offer any resistance here.
Natalya needs to decide the solution to this situation fast. She's still not staying down for the count.
Release back suplex.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just gotta toss another person and make a statement.
Swift takedown. Competing on main event, you're going to do everything in your power to get noticed, both by the WWE Universe and the WWE Brass.
Yeah, there's a lot of hungry competitors in WWE. Perched up top. Oh, no, big and pays for it.
To take that risk and completely whiff like that significantly decreases your chances of victory tonight.
Taking this fight back into the ring.
Ripcord, lariat.
She's going up now, going up high. Look at the high frog splash.
A tremendously overpowering maneuver from start.
Kick out. She still has life.
This is just fighting on pure...
Oh, perhaps running her mouth a bit too much. A reversal. Well scouted. Zoey starting on the mark with Z360.
Zoey has this wrapped up.
And she's still in the game.
Somehow she's still got fight left in her.
But if we see one more devastating move again, this can be over. So the top. She completely missed it. Double axe handle.
And this has become a more grueling fight than anyone could have imagined.
These superstars clear
With the greatest of ease. Oh, and that mistake could change the cup.
Little flip in the back door here. Oh, the backslide.
digging deep for a kick out.
She's got serious grit. How did she manage to break that pin?
She fights back with the counter. Oh, targeting the arm. This has got to hurt. Zoey with the retaliation. Oh, the elbow connects. Natalya looks like she's down and out.
Yeah, she has seen better days. Today, not one of them.
Unbelievable athleticism. Ah, back in this thing.
Here we go, roll up right to a small package.
And she kicks out right away.
She's still looking strong.
And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with this hold. And she makes it to the ropes. Submission has to be broken out.
Trouble here. That's a determined stare that's come across her face.
Oh, look at this. Look at the suplex off the top rope. Hung across the top rope. About to be locked in. Here we go, guys. Got turned out of their stomach and the sharpshooter's in. We have a tap out. These women put on quite a show. Here's another look.
Here is your winner, Natalya!
Zoey Stark tastes defeat.
There's a reason Natalya's the boat around here, and she has no problem reminding people why. Night in and night out, just like she did tonight.
Time to feel the Grayson Waller effect.
I'd rather not.
The following contest is scheduled
doing things, usually the annoying way.
Well, love it or hate it, you simply cannot deny that Waller's leg has worked for him in WWE.
Something wicked this way comes. Is their own kind of twisted.
You're looking at a band of misfit monsters who delight in causing chaos.
That's right, Wade. Unified by some dark purposes, some sinister force. This is gonna get ugly.
And here we go, Gacy, the man who's taken on the alter ego, so to speak, of Huskus, the pig boy.
Gacy's always had a few screws loose, but since donning the pig mask, he's somehow gone even further off the deep end. You can't rein Gacy in. When he's focused on taking someone down, that's all he cares about, and that's not a good thing.
I'll say for you, so many things not quite right about Joe Gacy.
Yeah, but you better believe that Grayson Waller is going to be in full effect tonight. One of the most talented men on the roster today.
Yeah, Grayson Waller just needs to focus more on his ability in the ring than on his trash talk. He's able to do that. There's no telling what Waller can accomplish here. What a counter!
Each superstar trying to counter and gaining advantage.
Back suplex, no! Counter by Grayson.
Thumped with a big blow.
Sent right into the corner.
Connects.
He got nailed by that last attack.
Yeah, watching Joe Gacy aggressively work the opposition.
Grayson Waller does a lot of talking. Did his mouth write bad check here tonight?
Waller knows he has the ability to back up whatever he says before, during, or even after the match. Strip away all his talk, and Waller is still a top-tier opponent no matter the situation.
Quick thinking right there.
Drop kick. Bam. Right on the money.
Ooh, he fends that off.
You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
And it looks like, oh yeah, he is indeed bleeding now.
Hit that with everything and following it with the pin. He clearly has no intention of staying down.
Get that jawbreaker
from Waller.
And Grayson gets that turn back on him.
Both superstars showing great awareness of their opponent's repertoire.
Situational awareness with a knee to the abdomen.
Counters.
He has a hold of Waller.
A slam.
Well, they say everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, someone just threw their plan out the window.
Retaliation from Grayson.
Rolls directly into a mouthful of boot. Very unique takedown from behind, transitioning smoothly. Rings of Saturn applied.
It's locked. The pressure's in. Tearing at the tendons.
That side of the body could...
Looking for a counter. And just like that, he manages to break the hold. We are seeing these men leaving it all on the line. No stone being left unturned. Everything the body can give is being brought to the table. Ooh, great anticipation.
These two trading counters an absolute masterclass. Vicious boot.
Walking the ropes. The hard way.
And staying with it into the cover.
This boy, won't you think he'd be down for a little bit longer?
And that's going to jam Grayson's offense.
Smacked in the face with a kick. It feels safe to say we are watching one of the greatest matches we've seen in quite some time.
And the WWE Universe continues to remain on their feet. They know they're witnessing something truly special here.
Waller looking evasive.
Trapping the arms. Oh, what blows to the back of the neck. He could be starting to really struggle in this match.
The wear and tear has finally started to set in, but at least it's not worse.
It pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time. Hard kick. A rings of Saturn applied.
Saved by the ropes this time.
Oh, an elbow drop. Climbing to the top. What's he have in store?
Taking flight. Body splash.
Into the pin, this could be it.
Major win. That'll change his career tonight. And here's another glance at these superstars in action.
Here is your winner, Gacy!
And Grayson Waller will have to settle for a second best here tonight.
The devious machinations of Gacy paying off tremendously.
A very unsettling presence.
Kid ourselves. Nikki Cross has never been all there. She used to run around this place like a banshee, pretending to be a superhero.
Now Nikki looks just as wild as she fights.
There's still no telling what's going on behind her eyes.
She's the embodiment of Abby the Witch.
Well, I would say Nikki's delusional, but I don't think Nikki even knows who she is anymore.
Trouble. But also here comes one of the top young talents from NXT.
Her opponent, representing Fatal in from Tampa, Florida,
Jacy is definitely unafraid to take the respect she so rightly deserves by force.
She's entitled for sure.
We can't deny there's a reason Jayne continues to come out on top. And I don't just mean the underhanded attacks and rule breaking.
She's been able to channel all that attitude she has in spades and turn it into fuel. It allows her to prove everyone wrong when the lights are at their brightest, like when she won the NXT Women's Championship.
Jayne brings a certain fire to the ring every time she competes.
And she has attitude to spare, ready to make her next big statement tonight. Action starting with Jayne.
You gotta watch out when you're messing with Jayne. Jayne's got vicious allies and devious intentions. You never know what cruel attacks she might have in store for you.
Yeah, with Jayne, you can sense she's out to cause real harm, especially if it'll make it easier for her to get the win.
And then there's Nikki Cross. Man, this woman is pure evil. I don't like that look in her eyes. She wants to tear this whole place apart, starting with her opponent.
Yeah, with Nikki involved, all we can say for sure is that this is going to get gruesome and out of control. And Jayne continuing her charge.
Jacy is stifling the opposition now.
What's the best strategy you take when... Can she do it here? A kick out before the referee can get to one.
Making sure this one doesn't hit there.
What are we going to see from Jacy? From the top. And wait a minute. What's the manager doing under the apron?
She's looking to let it helping hand here from ringside.
A long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match.
Oh, Nikki Cross manages to counter.
Ooh, right to the throat.
Forced into the corner and needs to stay on the defensive.
Looks on top of things and clear the ring of the hazard.
And Nikki Cross is on the downside of things.
And this is how you deal with Nikki Cross. Keeping her in your sights and keeping the offense coming.
Look at these repeated strikes. Here we go for the kill shot. Running knee strike. Immediate cover puts an end to the pin attempt. I wonder why. Oh, she has bad intentions now. Removing the turnbuckle pad. And up in harm's way yet again.
Yeah, she has seen better days. Today, not one of them.
Jawbreaker! Atomic Dentist.
Quick escape from danger there. And Nikki moves. Here we go.
Good job. Can Nikki get out of it? Jacy, Jayne's done it. We've got some time to take another look at some of the highlights from that one.
Here is your winner, Jacy.
Nikki Cross suffers defeat.
Losing like this would demoralize a normal superstar, but lucky for Nikki, she's